What is Babel's architecture for code generation? Imagine you are building a complex machine that takes in raw materials and produces a finished product. Babel works similarly for JavaScript code. Its architecture for code generation is designed to turn modern JavaScript into code that older browsers can understand. The process begins with parsing. Babel takes your JavaScript source code and uses a parser to break it down into a structured format called an abstract syntax tree, or AST. Think of the AST as a detailed map of your code, where each part of your program is a node on a tree. This step is essential because it allows Babel to analyze and manipulate your code in a clear, organized way. Next comes transformation. Babel walks through the AST, visiting each node in a specific order. During this traversal, it applies a series of plugins. These plugins are like tiny workers that change parts of the code, such as converting arrow functions into regular functions or turning JSX syntax into React create element calls. Developers can combine these plugins into presets, which are sets of transformations for common tasks. This phase is where Babel becomes flexible, letting you customize how your code is modified before it is turned back into plain JavaScript. After the transformation, Babel moves to code generation. Here, it takes the modified AST and turns it back into a string of JavaScript code. This step is straightforward compared to parsing and transforming. Babel walks through the AST again, building the code piece by piece. During this process, Babel can also generate source maps. These are files that link the generated code back to your original source code, making debugging much easier because errors will point to the original code instead of the transpiled version. This architecture makes Babel more than just a simple converter. It is a modular system that can be extended with plugins to support new JavaScript features, experimental syntax, or even other languages like TypeScript or Flow. Developers typically configure Babel with a configuration file, specifying which presets and plugins to use. This setup ensures that the code is transformed in a way that fits the project's needs, balancing compatibility and performance. In essence, Babel's architecture for code generation is a three-step process. Parse the source code into an AST, transform the AST with plugins, and generate new code from the transformed AST. This design allows Babel to adapt to the ever-changing JavaScript landscape, helping developers write modern code that works everywhere.